last time, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did this thing nicely. And I was expecting you do it up to maybe after this. You do it up to question what? It was around 6.
Yeah.
We had agreed you're up to the place where you put the inline style attributes into the HTML so that each image with its aspect ratio maintained and fits the width of the table cell. I think up to here, that's what we had agreed. So that I can just check if you know how to set this width, the height, you know how to merge, you know how to whatever. Because this is how it's going to appear in your Cambridge. And then eventually remove this, you remove this, whatever. It's called what? The letters that are guiding you. And I remember we did the, I don't know which one I was using, but the web page came out nicely when we did it, yeah?
Yeah.
Was it Explorer? It was, I can't remember which one. Yeah, it was this one here. Can you see how it looked like? Yeah, this is what we did. And down here, remember down here there were 2 lines. They said 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
How are we making the 2 lines to appear?
To appear.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the border.
No, I think this line here, there's the line here, click on the images above to enjoy the wonders of Kenya and Tanzania. And then there's a full stop. And then there's another line, web page last edited by your name here, I think.
Yeah.
So how did we make the first line so that they're in 2 paragraphs? These are 2 paragraphs. Remember there's a code we used. I know you've forgotten that.
Don't you just like enter? You separate.
Enter cannot work. Remember there was I told you enter cannot work. So what we did, where was it? It was somewhere here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Click on the images above to enjoy the wonders of Kenya and Tanzania. And then there was a special thing we did here.
Yeah.
What is this?
BR.
BR. BR is equivalent to enter. But if you just press enter alone, yeah, it will not work. Let me show you something. If I remove this, BR, then I press enter like this. Can you see I pressed enter?
Yeah.
I press enter again. The space is becoming big. Then I go to file, I click on save, and then I go to file again, then I go to preview, and then I use Internet Explorer. You can see it now, this thing, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it was supposed to break at the word Tanzania, but it's not breaking. That's why you have to introduce a tag that does not have a closing tag, and we call it the BR tag. It does not have a closing tag. Another tag that does not have a closing tag is called the HR. HR was to draw an horizontal line. There's another third tag that does not have a closing tag. It's called the IMG. IMG is for the image. This one here. I think this one here, IMG. Yeah?
Yeah.
This one does not have a closing tag because the closing tag, what I mean by closing tag, if you see TR, which is table row, this table row, the closing tag is the TR, which is here, and the / is the closing. If you see TD, table data, it has also a closing tag. The table data for this one will come up to somewhere here, the TD. So the closing tag has a forward. But the 3 that I've mentioned, they don't have closing tags. That is the BR, the HR, and the IMG, which is the image. So I think that one you're familiar with now. So if I come to this question paper here, we did how to set the web page, this one you know. So most of the things we did, even the video is where I need you to practice. That's why I was saying you do even question 5 so that you practice how to put the video. And I give you a hint on the WhatsApp how to code the video so that it can play with the controls, and also it will display an automated text-based error message if the browser does not support this video type.
Okay.
This one here. So how to put the text, we did that. How to set the style for the text, we did that. So all these things we did them. Even hyperlinking. I remember we were doing hyperlinking. Right click on the picture, then you go to hyperlink, and then you forward it to where it's supposed to go. See, we did also that. Yeah, so if I come over here, we were to start today, this one here. Can you see my screen? This page what?
Page 6. Yeah.
6, yeah. A trainee has attempted to create a style sheet for this website. The file contains a number of errors and omissions. All color codes must be displayed in hexadecimal. What is hexadecimal? Have you ever been taught this? Yes, no.
I'm not sure.
So it is a no.
Yeah.
Your style sheet must not contain HTML or scripting language. Let me explain what is hexadecimal. For instance, I come to this place here. If I want to change the color, I want to change the color of the background of my web page to a different color. I'll go to a place called body. So have you seen body somewhere? We don't have body here.
Body. It's here. 13.
13. Thank you for that. So I'll click there. Can you see where I've clicked?
Yeah.
After the word body. Then I'll go to design because I don't want to code it. It's a bit difficult. So the color is placed on the body because the body contains everything that you see on the website. So I'll go to design. When I'm on design here, I'll right click. Are we together?
Yeah.
Then I go to a place called page
Properties.
And then I'll go to a place called formatting because I'm on general. General is the one that gives me the title, the keywords, those kind of stuff. So I'll go to formatting. So under formatting, there's a place called what? Color. Yes?
Yeah.
So the background color was automatically white. So I'll click here and then I go to a place called more colors. So if I go to more colors, I'll choose a color that I want to be on my background. And remember, the colors that we use in the world, they are primary colors. They are just mixed up to create other colors. So the primary colors are red, green, and blue. RGB. So if I take, for instance, I take this color here, you can see R is FF, the other one is FF, and the other one is 66. But you start with an hashtag. So you start with an hashtag and then RGB. If I choose another color, it changes. Can you see the number is changing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm using this part this is 99 CCFF. So 99 is red, CC is green, and then FF is blue. So if I click OK, and then I click OK, the colors changed already. Can you see it has changed?
Yeah.
So if I go back to code, where number 13 was the body, yeah? So the color I've taken is in hexadecimal. This is what I mean by hexadecimal. So it is hashtag 99 CCFF. So this is the RGB format, red, green, blue, and start with the hashtag. So if I save it, file, save, then I go to preview, I check how it looks on the Internet Explorer, you can see the background has changed. I see.
Yeah.
But it has changed using the code. I could have typed here the blue if I wanted. I could have just typed here blue, but if it is in hexadecimal, it starts with the hashtag, and then the first color is 99 mixed with CC mixed with FF. That is RGB. That is what I mean by hexadecimal. I was just trying to explain what is hexadecimal. You don't tell it red, don't tell it blue. You start with the hashtag, and then you play around with the colors. So they are saying, we are going to do it here. In fact, I was just explaining something here. Can you see this part here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're telling us. So I need to remove what we have done there because the question number 13 was here. So I need to rub all this because we are not supposed to leave it like that. The style background, I don't know what. It was just like this initially, right?
Yeah.
File, then I click on save. Let me leave it at that. So they're telling us here, open and edit a style sheet you saved in step 12 to meet the following specification. Step 12, what was step 12? Step 12 was rename the style sheet. So we need to look for J31 style sheet followed by the center number. So I need to go to this folder here. Where is it? this one here, right?
Yeah.
So I right click on it, open with expression web. So there it is. You can see how it looks.
Yeah.
This is a CSS, Cascading Style Sheets. Cascading Style Sheets, not the HTML. HTML is this one here. So we are on this one here. And they told us, there's something they told us here, that it has got a lot of errors. Yeah, it contains a number of errors and omission. All color codes must be displayed. So we need to rub whatever is there and then we fix it. So set the background. So what I need to do, I'll come here. So this background, even this one, I need to remove this. Let me remove everything. So I'll rub everything that is here, like that. And then we can now start. So let me go step by step so that we answer the questions as we handle it nicely. So the first thing they're saying, set the background for the web page so that it has a color with a blue component, red component. So blue component is D2, red component is 74, and then green component is AB. Now we need to arrange it according to RGB. So the first one will start with be the red, which is 74, and then followed by AB, and then followed by D2. Are we together?
Yeah.
And you know, when I'm doing this, I'm doing it on the body. It will appear on the body. So how do you do this now? Let me show you how to do this. I'm looking for a pen just to write these things down so that I don't change the screen. I don't need to keep on flipping the screen here and there. Even you can note it down. So the first one should be what according to the arrangement? RGB.
It should be 74.
74.
Red component of 74.
Yeah, but we start with the hashtag, yeah?
Okay.
Hashtag 74, and then followed by
Hashtag AB.
AB, and then followed by D2. Yeah, that's okay. So this is how you do it when you are on the CSS. So what you do here on the CSS, you come to a place called New Style. It's on this side. I see where I am on the right side.
Mm.
So I'll click on New Style. I've clicked. What is happening? Yeah. After clicking on New Style, there's a window that has appeared. What is this place here?
It's like a selector.
Selector. So this selector, I'll rub it there. I'll rub whatever is there. And then I'll type the word body. You remember you told me that body is number 13.
Yeah.
So body is the one that should contain the background, right?
Yeah.
Then after I've taken the body, I'll go to a place called background here. So there are so many categories. There's font, there is block, there's background, there's border, border radius, box, position, layout, list, table. We were using table in the other HTML so much. So because they want me to change the background color, I'll go to background. Are you together?
Yeah.
So the background color they are telling me here, yeah, they
Yeah.
want it to have hashtag and whatever. So I'll put the hashtag here. I type here, and then it was 74. Yeah, if I wrote it nicely, and then AB, and then D2. So the
Yeah.
colors changed to what?
Do
Blue,
like a blue.
like blue. So
Yeah.
that is it. So I need just to click on apply, and then okay. So that is the code for changing the background color. Are we together?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is in hexadecimal, meaning that they are not just text. Yeah. So the next thing they're going to ask us is, so we have done this. So set the
Yeah.
background color so that it has got this color. So it eventually it has become the next one. Set the font. Set the font. You know, font are like Times New Roman, those kind of things.
Yeah.
For styles, for heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. How many headings are there in HTML?
6.
Six. The sixth one is the smallest. The first one. So there is heading 1, heading 2 that they are going to use, so that the browser selects and displays the font times CY. But if this CY is not available, the browser selects and displays the Times New Roman. Times New Roman is serif. Yes?
Yeah.
If neither of these fonts are available, the browser might display a default serif font. Set the text in the styles H1, H2, and H3 to be black. There's so many instructions here, but we are going to do it slowly by slowly. Are you together?
Yeah.
I'm seeing there is H1, H2, and H3. There's no H4, H5, H6. So what you're going to do, I'll go back to the expression web. I go to a place called new style, yeah?
Yeah.
New style. After clicking there, I'll come here. I specify under the selector what they wanted. They wanted H1, comma. They wanted
H
H2, comma,
and H3.
and H3. And then
Yeah.
they were telling us that under that, the font family. Where is the font family? This font family here. The font family must display, let me go back to the question, must display this. I think this font.
Yeah.
So this font, I've copied it. I don't want to type it. But in the exam, you have to type it. So I'll say, hey, I did not copy it nicely. I thought I copied it. So let me click on copy. Or you cannot times CY. Let me see. If it doesn't, I'll just type it. It's not typing. So it was, what was the name again? Times
Times New.
CY, like that. The Y was capital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that is not available, I should give it, there's another one they said here. It should display times new Y. If that is not available, it should display this one here. I'm wondering how I cannot select this thing. So if I come back here, I should tell it after the comma, it should display times new Roman. If that is not available, it should display times new Roman. And if that times new Roman is not available, then it should display any non-decorated serif. Serif is decorated, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's something else they said, that the color of the text should be what? Set the text color to be
Black.
black. So we cannot just type black. We have to say, we have to give black as hexadecimal. And I normally know black is 000000. If red is 00, green is 00, and blue is 00, you get black. So let us try and see if that is true. So I'll come to a place called font size, they have not told us. Font weight, font style, they have not told us. Font warrant, text transform, so here. So can I try and see? So I'll click here. Then I take black. Let me try black. You can see black is 00000.
Yeah.
Then I click on OK. So this is the color for black. And then I say apply. Then I click on what? Okay.
Yeah.
So where is that? The font family, it should display Times New Roman.
Yeah.
No, Times CY. If Times CY is not there, it should display Times New Roman. If Times New Roman is not there, any other serif font. And the color should be black. According to us, we know this is black.
Yeah.
In hexadecimal format. Okay. So the next thing, does it look complicated?
It's a bit okay.
Yeah, because we are just trying to follow what they're telling us here. And then look at these ones here now. Set the style H1, heading 1, so that the text is center line with a 16-point font. So they're talking about heading 1. Yeah? Heading 1 should be center line, not left or right, center line with 16 points. So we'll come back here, and then we go to a place called new style. See, I'm using new style all the time.
Yeah.
New style. So the selector here will be H1 because they talked about H1, heading 1. So this heading 1, if I want the alignment for heading 1, I'll go to a place called block because block is the entire page, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'll click on block. So after clicking on block, I'll go to a place called text alignment. Text alignment. So text alignment, they said it should be
Should be centered.
centered. And then the font size, they said it should be size
Was it 16?
16. So I'll go to a place after block. I'll go back to a place called font, and then I'll come to font size here. Where is the font? Where is the font? The font weight, or what are they talking about? Font size, I just type 16. But they said which measurement, is it pixel or what? So we need to go back and check. It was 16 point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll come back here, and then I change here, instead of pixel, it should be what?
Should
PT
be points. Yeah.
point. And then the color was supposed to be, did they specify? Or we had
No.
already specified it was black. I think we
Yeah.
had already specified.
Yeah.
So you can see where block is where you get the alignment. Where font is where you get the font type, you get the font size, you get the font style, and the color. And then if I click OK, so for, where is heading 1? So heading 1 here, we have specified. Oh, how comes I'm not seeing it? Oh, it is here. Heading 1, the text alignment is center. The font size is 16.
16.
Yeah, so let's go and see the next one. They're saying heading 2, so that the text is fully justified with 12 points. Remember, fully justified with 12 points. So this is heading 2. So I'll just go back here. So where should I click first?
You go to
New style.
new style. Yeah.
New style. And then selector, I put what? Heading 2.
Yeah.
There's another student who was telling me, are you a DJ, to say you're a selector? Yeah. Heading 2. And then I go to a place called block. And then the text alignment, they said it should be
Fully justified.
fully justified. And then the font was supposed to be size what?
Size 12.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, thank you. So you type here 12, and then you change here to PT. You change it to PT point, and then you click on apply, and then OK. So for H2, this is how it should be coded. You know, some people, I don't know, does Kinyanju to teach you how to just type these things, or how do you do it?
I think usually he uses
The same method.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even me as a teacher, I cannot remember all this. Yeah. There's so many things to remember. This coding, but it has been made easier. Sometimes back many years down the line, people are mastering this. You have to master it. There was no shortcut. So if I go back here, now guide me how to do H3. We are going to do.
So it's left aligned with the 10-point font.
Yeah, left align with 10 point. So I'll come here. Okay. Then.
New style.
Yeah.
Then you change selector to H3.
H3. And then I go to, for alignment.
Alignment, you go to background, block.
Block. Background is color.
Okay.
And then text alignment, they said left. They said
left. Yeah.
And then the font
is 10 points.
10 points. So I'll come here, change this one to 10 point, and then apply, and then OK. So you can see it is already done. So I think we have finished with the block text alignment. You have done justified. You have done left. Were they talking about color really? Set the text
to black.
This one we have already done it black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're saying set each table margin individually. Set each table margin individual to 5% of the width and height of the browser window. So when they say individually, they mean set the table margin individually of the width. Width is the width, and the height. Height is of the browser window. So this one they're saying we set it individually, and they're talking about it is a table margin. So what I'll do, I'll come here, and then I go to a place called new. Yeah, let me show you them what to mark here. They are saying set the table margin. So the word table is very crucial. Individually. to 5% of the width and height of the browser window. So when I come here, I go to new, the selector will be called table. So I'll come here, I wrap that. So I give it what is called table, because they're talking about table. And then under table, I'll not go to table here, I'll go to a place called box, because they want it individually,
Okay.
like that, yeah. So, and they want the top, the top, right, bottom, and left to be 5%. So 5, I'll come here. Percent is where now? Percent is down here. This 5%. So if I say same for all, should I say same for all or same for all? Let
I
me
think
remove
it's set
this.
individually.
Individual.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, let us see how it's going to be. Let me see. Okay, if individually, let me maintain this. And then, can I click on OK? I see how it looks like. So
Yeah.
table padding is 5%, but they want individually. They want it what?
Individually.
Individually. So I need to go and remove. So where is the table? Is the table here really? The table is here. Can you see the table is here?
Yeah.
So I need to modify this table. So I right click on it, and then I click on modify style. So when I come back here, I'll go to box. So box is here. Can I remove this? I see how it's going to, so that individual. So can I click on apply, and then okay, I see how it looks like. Still is the same. It's still the same. So copy and paste. Let me see. Margins. So I need to do some coding a bit here, because I'm seeing if I come back here, let me just go back and see what they're talking about. Modify style. Then I go to box. So if this one is still there, 5%, 5%. What should I remove? Save for all. Same for all. Top margins. What is happening? Yeah, this question was not very easy. So what I need to do, table, modify, then box, and then same for all. And then I need to code it, because I'm seeing it's not going to work for me. So what I'll do, I'll just click on apply and then okay. So when I come here, I need to do some little bit of coding. So table margins, top 5, but I don't know why it's not appearing here. It was supposed to appear here so that I can be able to. Did we try removing the whatever the? Did we try removing this? And then apply, okay. But still, it's just giving us that 5%. So what I'll do, I'll come here and then I type here margin, and then after margin, I put just a dash. Then I type there top. Top is, then you put a colon, 5%. And then I copy now this, because they want individually. So what I'll do, I'll just come and copy this, Control C, and then I press enter, Control V, enter, Control V, enter, Control V. So that here, instead of top, it should be now, I change this one to right, individually. That's the spelling of right. And then this one here will be bottom. And then this one here will be left. So I've done it individually, because it was giving me problems. So that individually, each of them has got 5%. So I've done the coding, because it was not helping me do for them individually, even after saying same for all. So the top will be 5%, right 5%. So that's the entire whatever, because the cell has got top, right, left hand, and bottom. So this question was forcing me to do that, to do the, it's called what? To do the recording by itself. And then there's something known as set the table cell padding to 10 pixels. You know what is padding? The space between the columns and rows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one again, we have to go here, and then we have to go to new style, because we are doing this question here. Set all table cell padding to 10 pixels, not percent, pixels. So when I come here, I'll go to new style. New style. After going to new style, under the selector, because it's between the columns and whatever, we call it TD, table data. Is that TD?
Yeah.
Table data. That falls under table data. Then I go back to box. After going back to box, there's a place called padding. Have you seen padding?
Yeah.
I give it 10%. 10. It was 10 pixels. Yeah.
10 pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 pixels. So if I click apply and then OK, so the table data, which is the padding, is 10 pixels. That is okay. That was fine. And then we move to the next one. Set all the table borders and grid lines to be visible, separated, solid, black, and 1 pixel wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll start with this one here first, the one which is called separated.
Okay.
So what I'll do, I'll come to, because they're talking about the table border. And you know the table border has already been made. So I'll go to this table border here. I'll right click on it, then I say modify. So I'll click on modify. After clicking on modify, I'm on table. Then I go to a place called see, we are now on table here.
Yeah.
And then there's a place which was called collapse. Was it? Is it under table here? Yeah, table. And then under border collapse, I think border collapse, we choose what is called separated. Yeah, so if I click on apply and then OK, so there's a place here, border collapse is what? Separate.
Separate. Okay.
Yeah, that was this one here. This one here. So the remaining part, we need to do visible, solid, and the rest. So that will fall under table and TD, table data. So I'll go back here, then I go to new style. So under new style, under separate here, I specify I'm dealing with table, comma, and I'm dealing with table data. Table data. And then I go to a place called border, because they're talking about border. So the border should be the top part here should be solid. Is there something like solid somewhere?
Solid.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
The second last.
And then it was supposed to be 1 pixel. Let me just confirm again. It is solid and it is 1 pixel. Yeah? 1 pixel. So when I come back here, border width should be 1 pixel. So I've typed 1, but I'm specifying it is px. Yeah?
Yeah.
But there's something else. We have said should be solid and 1 pixel, but there's also black. Do you remember the hexadecimal for black? Hashtag 000000. So that was the hashtag for black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to change the color also. And I saw there was color also on that same. There is the border is solid. The border width is 1 pixel. The border color, we come here. So we'll click and then you go to more colors. And then we choose black. And this is the hexadecimal. Hexa is equals to 0000. So if you click on OK, and then you click on apply, then you click on OK here. So the table and table data, the border is 1 pixel, solid, and black. So when it is solid and black, of course, it will be visible. So we don't need to tackle this because black will be seen.
Okay.
Are we together?
Yeah.
And then the next question they are telling us, set the spaces between the borders of all table elements to 10 pixels. Hey, there are so many questions here. So they're still talking about the table border, the borders between all the tables. So I don't need to go to new, I need to modify. So I'll come to this table here, then I modify it. And then when I'm there now, modify table, and then I'll go to what they're talking about spacing. So where should I go? Border spacing. Where's borders? Border. Yeah, border. Is there border spacing really? Table. I'll go to table here, and then there is what is called border spacing.
Yeah.
They said how many?
It was
10,
pixels.
10 pixels. Yeah, so I'll come and type there 10. It is already pixels. Is it 10 pixels or 12? Yeah, it's
10
10,
pixels.
10, 10, 10, 10. So I've changed. So you have to know how to play around with this part here. And then you click on apply, and then you click on OK. So why is that? 10 pixels. Is it under this padding? I can't see where it has gone.
Uh,
Border spacing here. Border spacing is 10 pixels. And
yeah.
then the last thing for this question, it was just a short thing. Correct and edit the comment at the start of the style sheet to contain your name, center number, and candidate number. We need to correct, so at the start of the style sheet to contain. So which means we have to go and create space here. There should be space. Number one should not be this one here. So number one, which was the body, and the background is found there. So I'll come here. So when they're talking about, it should have your name, center number, and candidate. These are comments. How do you put a comment in CSS? Because comments will be asked how to put a comment. So to put a comment, you start with, this is how you do it. You start with the forward slash, and then you put the asterisk. After putting the asterisk, you leave a space. Then you type your name, Adrian, and then you type Adrian Picot, like that. You put a comma. The center number was, let's say, KE071. Then you put a comment. Your index number was 0, let's say 011. And then because you started with the forward slash and then the asterisk, now you do the reverse. What is the reverse of this?
The reverse.
We started with the hashtag and
Yeah.
then the asterisk. Now we have to do the other way around.
So asterisks and then hashtag.
Yes, like this. That's how you put the comment. After putting the comment, you can see the colors have come back to normal.
Yeah.
When it was like this, the color came to green. All of it was
Green.
green. But when you told me to do the other way around, like this, the colors changed back to how it should be.
Blue.
So this one should be at the start, or it can be at the end. So when they'll be marking, there's a comment that this belongs to you. So that's how you do it. You start with a forward slash, asterisk, and then your name, and then the center number, and then the candidate number. And then you do the other way around. Now you close it with the asterisk and then the forward slash. So is there another thing left? I think we have finished all the things. Save this style sheet in your folder. It has to be saved in your folder, and the folder is J2231. So you have to be very good in that. So you come here, you click on save. I think it was already in our folder. So let us confirm if it is. Yeah, it was in our folder because our folder was J20 something. So it is here. There it is. I see.
Yeah.
What else? And then take a screenshot showing the file name and all the content of your style sheet and place this in your evidence document. Make sure the file name and the contents are visible. So they want us to take a screenshot of this folder. So once you are in this folder, you come here, you go to this folder, and they want you to display all the content, like the name, the dimensions. Remember, this is just showing only the file name and the extension. So how do I bring other details of these files? Adrian, what should I do here so that I see all the details? Especially there was a video Where was the video? The videos disappeared. Or this MP4. Remember MP4?
Yeah.
We need to see the dimensions of the height and whatever. So you right click here. And then you go to view. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then you go to a place called
You go to the place called content.
content. So it gives you all the details. This is what they wanted to see.
Okay.
So you need to take a screenshot of this, and then they'll now be able to see how you have done it. They want to see if this is a CSS. They want to see, this was not supposed to be there, by the way. Let me remove. I was explaining something one day. So let me delete this. Okay. They want to see in your evidence document, this evidence document. So what we need to do, even this one, remember this is the real thing. Let me maximize it. So I need to take a picture of this. So Window, Shift, and S. And then I take from up here so that they see the folder name also. The folder name must also be visible. So you're supposed to take it like this up to here. Like this. And then you have to go and open your evidence document. I don't know which evidence document they're talking about. They're talking about evidence. Take a screenshot. This is evidence 2. No, this is evidence what? Take a screenshot, blah, blah, blah. And then evidence 2, take a screenshot of the style sheet with the required information clearly. So this is going to be evidence 1. I don't know, I can't remember. So let me see. If I come here, I open this, whatever here. I think we did something here. Let's see. This will guide us. We never took the picture of the, there should be evidence 1. There should be evidence 2. And there should be evidence 3, if I'm not wrong. Evidence 3. So why I'm saying evidence 1? We did HTML. Remember HTML?
Yeah.
So this HTML, we should take a picture of it. This one here. This one. So if I open it with, I prefer open it with, which one should I open? Google Chrome. Let me see. This is the whatever. But how do we make it smaller so that we can take an evidence? Because they wanted this. There was this part here.
can zoom out.
We were putting it at around 50. I don't know. Was it 50? It was giving us problem that time, remember? And then we were trying to resize it a little bit. There was Windows Explorer. I think we opened it.
Yeah. It was Windows Explorer. Google was.
This is going to give me a lot of problems.
Yeah, Google was not working last time.
Yeah, Google was not working nicely. But how do I force it to open with? I'm not seeing Explorer here. I go to choose another application.
Yeah.
And then where's Explorer? Surely.
Maybe you can open it from the inside the web.
Oh, inside. Yeah. Thank you so much. That is good thinking. So what we need to do, we come here, we go to this one here, yeah, and then we go to File, Preview. You can see you are reasoning well. Internet Explorer. I was going to struggle the other side. So here it is. See, it was this.
Yeah. This
and
one
then
was
even our video was.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is to take a screenshot of this. Let the video finish. So I can pull it up somewhere there. Let's say somewhere there. Then Window key, Shift and S, and then we take a nice screenshot of that. So this is going to be evidence 1. So I'll go to Microsoft Word, and then I put this one as evidence 1. So that is evidence 1, which is very clear. Yeah, these parts, they might give me. No, I'm sharing the screen. That's why there's some sharing of screen that is there. Evidence 2 is what we have just done today. Now, evidence 2, they're saying they wanted the folder. So this folder, I told you, we go to, you right click and then you go to, was it view and then content, so that you can see everything like this. So I need to take a picture of this. So I'll take Window key, Shift and S again. You take it from up here again, Jade, something there, like that, up to there. And then you go back to here, you put the evidence, Control V. So these ones here, I can force it. How do you force this one to go to a new page? Control enter, so that they're together. So you can select this one, you enhance it a bit, you make it bold, something like that, and then the rest also double click on format painter. You come and give evidence 1 and evidence 3. Evidence 3 should be down here. Evidence 3. So evidence 3, what do you think evidence 3 should be? Evidence 3, I tend to think, according to the question, a screenshot of your style sheet. Style sheet could be the codes we have used. Style sheet. So when I come here, I need to go to CSS, all this. So I just press Control A. Control A to select all, Control C to copy, and then when I come to my evidence, I'll press Control V. Are we together?
Yeah.
And then also, for me to be just to be sure that these people are going to give me good marks, I can also come up with evidence 4. Evidence, hey, spelling of evidence, hey, I've forgotten spelling of evidence. How do you write it? Evidence,
E.
oh, it's an E.
Yeah.
So when I come here, so I'll put evidence 4. So this evidence 4, what I want the codes for the HTML, because these codes you are seeing here, these are for the CSS. Yeah, so I'll go back to my whatever here, then I come to this one here. So also this one, Control A, Control C, and then I come back to the evidence document. Where is the evidence document now? Under evidence 4. They have not told me to do this, but I just think it is wise so that they have all this. So when they're marking, they'll check so many things here. Yeah, they'll check especially this part here. There was video width is 100%. 100% means it fits that particular cell. Yeah, the video, and then the controls are those buttons like play, where you click on play. If it's not there, you cannot play your video. You cannot click on the play.
Yeah.
And then the source, which is in short is SRC, is j31balloon.mp4. And then the type of the video was MP4. And then there was an error message which was supposed to appear if it does not support. So here there was supposed to be a space. Your browser does not support this video file type. And then you close the tag, the video tag. So where was the video starting? There was a place. There's something missing here. Where is the video? Oh, video is here. Video starts from here. So this is the opening tag, and this is the closing tag for the video, and it is inside a table row, which we have already done. That table data.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the things like the text. This text, remember, it was supposed to be given heading 2. Remember heading 2, and then the closing tag for heading 2 was this one here, and then the rest followed. The image alternate. Remember the alternate is whatever Serengeti, and then the source was this one here. And then with the inline style, the inline style was style is equals to width, and then inline style was not, it was supposed to be inline style was here. Style width 100%. And where is 100% for the Serengeti? Style width 100%. This one, you put it immediately after the image, after the file extension JPG, the inline style. It should be, it cannot fit here, that's why it went to the next line. The file name .jpg followed by the inline style. So we did that, and then the rest followed, and then that was it. The body, and then the last thing was HTML. So that was all about this particular HTML. I don't know if you got it. I've recorded this session. I'll send it to you so that you can be able to see. So when they're marking, they'll mark the web page. The web page, the borders are visible. There's a place where you put the borders to be visible. I don't know. Under the HTML. I think we did that somewhere. Border width was supposed not to be 0%. No, there was a place where I think there's a place where we attached this thing. Remember, we attached the style sheet something. Yeah. So the border is 1 pixel solid with the code. Which color is this?
Black.
Black. This black. So that was it about this paper. So up to there. Then they're saying save your website, web page, display the web page in the browser if necessary. All the pages can be seen, all text can be, and then the address bar is visible. Take a screenshot of the web page in the browser, which you have done. So you have done this.
Yeah.
And then take a copy of the HTML. We were answering questions that we have not even read. Take a copy of the HTML source and place it in the evidence as evidence form. So HTML have already been done. So we have answered this question without us knowing.
Yeah.
How many marks were supposed to be earned there?
62.
62.
Yeah.
That was a lot of marks. 62. Already you are in B plus.
Yeah.
So that one, before even you do Excel, and then printing the evidence, save and print your evidence document. So
Okay.
you need to print this evidence document, and then it was supposed, when you're printing it, there's something else that you have to check. Does it have a header?
Yeah.
The header must be there, and the header
Yeah.
must appear in all pages. I see.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that even if it is misplaced, they're going to be stapled. But if the staple come out, they can still track your page. So the
Yeah.
header is very, very crucial. And then what else? That's it. And then they start now spreadsheet. Spreadsheet now was Excel. So Excel, if that was 62, Excel will be how many marks? Let me go down and see. Excel was only 14 marks. Can you see they did injustice to Excel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it about web design. I'll repeat again another, especially this CSS. I'll look for another paper we do again for CSS so that you get familiar with this hexadecimal, how to set heading 1, heading 2, and this part here. Yeah, it's not complicated. So can I send you this? I'll send you this particular file just for reference. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When am I expecting to see this part? I hope this time around you're not going to let me down.
Okay.
Only this part up to question 1. But I'm going to time you. How do you going to set this 90%? I'll time you on the 90% of the table must fit 90% of the width and height of the browser window. I'll check this part here, very crucial. How are you going to set this table? And then you give it you assign it the letters. You do this, you do this is the title, you do number 4, you do number 5, and number 6. That's it. That's what I want. So when should I expect it? This one I want to mark it.
Okay.
The reason why I want to mark this is because this kind of question is always in HTML.
Okay.
So when should I expect it? I'm just trying to be fair and democratic.
Before the next lesson.
Before the next, that is before Tuesday. So I mark it on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other question you might be having?
No.
You every time it's no. You're Mr. No. Kinyanjui, you're saying you're doing what were you doing last time? I forgot.
It was just
Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you score in ICT?
It was I think it was 58.
Why 58? What was that? Access?
It was some questions on Excel and some on Access.
Access is still complicated?
At that time.
At that time. So
Yeah.
next lesson, what should we do? It's good also the student to give the teacher areas that you want to, because this paper is paper 3.
Yeah.
HTML and Access is paper 3. Paper 2 has got Microsoft Word, Access, and PowerPoint. So where do you want me to go now next?
Maybe we can do Access.
We can do Access. So
Yeah.
let me look for a paper for Access, and then we will do Access.
Okay.
Yeah. So can we call it a day? We wrap it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How many minutes left? Only 2 minutes to our official time. So let us call it a day. The beauty about computer is that it is practical. You see what is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's call it a wrap.
Okay.
Thank you for concentrating.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.